G'day everybody, just wanting to share a very quick wrap up from our networking in nature session this morning here in glorious Sydney, and we were joined by Dr. Florence Cotel this morning. Florence is a long time networking in naturer, but first time presenter this morning, and that was such a thrill for all of us who've followed Florence's journey for quite a while now, but to actually hear it in the next level of detail and just to hear the wisdom and insight that she was able to share from some of her experiences. It was awesome. Florence, thank you so much. That was a truly highlight of a session.
Thank you. Well, that was fantastic to be able to share my stories with everybody and do my best to inspire people to remember goals that they have set for themselves and find ways to define them so well that they can have a vision of what they want to achieve. Remember to trust the process, find ways to remotivate themselves as they progress towards their goals, and maybe prioritize if they have too many goals that they want to tackle at once, so that in the end they can achieve what they really care about.
Yeah, and it's easier said than done.
Yes.
And everyone brought their own reflections to the table as well in terms of goals and changings of direction, and the way that people around you and circumstances can influence how you think about your goals and where you're heading. You had some amazing stories from your adventures, and we heard more about some of the epic adventures you've done, like cycling from the top to the bottom of South America and from Darwin to Adelaide here in Australia, but also some of your achievements as a scientist, where a lot of that same sort of philosophy you applied in terms of consistently showing up, not giving up, reworking, finding a new path. Obviously we can't recap all of your stories right now because this is a short wrap up, but maybe just taking one of the metaphors. You talked about the sun,
Yes.
which I thought was a pretty powerful one. Maybe just recap that one, and then for anyone else who wants to follow up with Florence, please do get in touch, because she is available for presentations and she's doing a lot of work in the burnout space as well at the moment. So if that's something that you're looking at working on as well, please connect with Florence. She's an absolute champion and has got so much to share. So over to you.
About a decade ago, as I was cycling from north to south of South America, I got lost in the Sudlipes Desert, which is an altitude desert in Bolivia. I was with my ex-partner. We carried no GPS. We had a map, but we couldn't locate ourselves on the map. We had a compass, but the compass was confused by the lithium in the ground. So in the end, to find a way out of the desert, the one thing that we had was our goal. We were heading to the south of the continent, and we used the sun to show us the way. And since I always remember that if you have a clear goal, it is like a sun that can show you the direction and the way out of any desert. Not just the geographical deserts, but these mental spaces where we feel lost. Pursuing and achieving a goal, even a tiny goal, can really take you to a better space. And that is also valid for people that feel they are experiencing burnout. So I really hope that you can think of even a very small goal and go for it. Don't let it escape you, and take yourself to a better place.
And I know I said we're just going to ask one question, but I've got to pick up on one key word that you mentioned there, burnout, because in the wrap up for this morning's session, you gave a bit of a philosophy around avoiding burnout and juggling that with going after really difficult and ambitious goals. Could you just share that summary again around how to not get caught up in burnout but to still be making progress?
People who are experiencing burnout can very easily feel they are overwhelmed, and one technique is to list everything that you want to achieve and accept to prioritize. When I went from Darwin to Adelaide cycling at the end of last year, this was as a campaign that I called One Dream Down. It does not mean that you only realize one of your dreams. It means that you prioritize one at that moment. One down, a million to go. So prioritizing, listing, prioritizing, putting an order, setting aside some of your goals for a time can really be a very useful way to feel that you are progressing. And when you are progressing, you are slowly moving away from the terrible sensation that burnout is.
Florence, Dr. Florence, it's been an absolute pleasure. We love having you come along, and it was great for you sharing the story this morning. I hope everyone's enjoyed getting a bit of this recap as well. We'll see you for more networking in nature next month, back here in the Sydney Royal Botanic Gardens. What a place to start the day, and what a way to start it. Florence, thank you once again.
Well, thank you so much. I love the networking in nature sessions, and I come very often because I find they are very unique and a wonderful way to connect with like-minded people.
We'll see you again.